This is Don Ashby, and listen to me, life's tough sometimes, but it's not as tough when you listen to Mitch, please.
Mitch, please, since 2016. Flying with angels, dancing with devils, caught in between a saint and a rebel. Trying to live my best life, go into it like a WWF fight. And the fans are screaming, they got my back like I'm really beaming. So beam me up, Scotty, kicking down doors like I know karate. I got the fuego like Mojave, getting high is my hobby. Mitch Lee in 2016. Podcast so ill, it might catch a body. Can't no one harm me. It would take more than the army to stop Mitch Valentine from doing what he gotta do. He stays on his grind. R.I.P. Joe Rogan. Y'all better know that we coming. We ain't ever running. So turn up the sound and keep it 100. Keep it 100. Mitch Valentine, keep it 100. Keep it 100. Mitch Please Podcast, keep it 100. Now chill. Yeah, hashtag make dreams happen. Pro Championship Entertainment. At Heartbreaker MV. At ECE since 2015. Yeah, follow your dreams, y'all. Mitch, please, since 2016.
We are live outside Madison Bear Garden in Chico, California. My name is Mitch Valentine, and welcome to episode 40 of Mitch Please. We are sitting in the parking lot, looking at the historic, beautiful, red-bricked Madison Bear Garden, where they provide some of the best burgers you will ever eat. Among other things, right now, guys, we're just going to get right into it. This is the State of Comedy. We're starting the show off hot. State of Comedy. I'm sitting next to the one and only Dillon Collins. Dillon?
All right, I'm here to say what's up, guys, and best burgers, I don't know. They're okay.
Dillon, don't you ever cut me off again. I'm just kidding. I love you. I love this guy right here, man. This is one of my favorite people. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So, we're outside the Bear.
Yes.
The Bear's starting up comedy. Through you.
Well, this is not official yet, Dillon. Thanks for completely ruining any surprise I was going to have to make that statement. But it's okay. What I'm doing, Dillon, is I'm looking at definitely running a comedy show at Madison Bear Garden in 2020, most likely. So thank you for completely spoiling that. It's okay. I don't give a shit. I want people to know, man. I got the kingpin of Chico Comedy next to me. Thank God he's actually letting me run the fucking show at Madison Bear Garden, because Dillon Collins over here is running every single other venue in Chico, and now he's branching out to Oroville. You're branching out to Marysville. Dillon, you've been on the show before, man. You've told your story. I don't want to hear your story. I want to know, how do you feel about the state of your comedy world right now?
There's a lot of stuff happening right now. I'm trying to drive down to Sacramento and stuff all the time.
Yeah, you are.
Like, fucking hella times. I did the Sacramento Comedy Festival.
Hey, you just got back this last weekend, dude. You were out there in Sacramento. Tell me about it. What'd you do? Where'd you go? Who'd you talk to?
Yeah, I went to...
what were you wearing?
Yeah, I only got my headshots done.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was one show for the festival per person, unless you were like, you know, a fucking big shot at the Comedy Spot and we're like hosting all the shows or whatever. But I was super happy to be a part of it, so it was hella fun.
Well, yeah. So what clubs? I know Tommy T's. I mean, what?
Yeah, I did the Comedy Festival on Friday.
Where?
At the Comedy Spot.
Nice.
On the first show, Stand-Up 101, whatever.
How many people performed? The first night?
There was 8 on the lineup.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was a good show. I went like 7th. I went right after. I forget who I went after, but I went later. It was good. It was a fun set. I gotta get the video for that. I need to start chopping up those videos. That's like the next step. Is you need to get those fucking, like, the clips of you doing stand-up and have that shit recorded and put that shit on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you should just do that. I've always heard, like, different things, like, oh, you should just, like, not put out your best stuff. Like, what? No, you should put out all your shit, you know? Like, you should, on your Instagram. Why else, what are you, like, holding back for? Like, is somebody gonna steal your fucking jokes? Like, these jokes are shitty anyway.
And if they do steal them, you have, proof through your Instagram or whatever that you've been putting that joke out, and you have proof of it. So, I mean, yeah, I agree. I don't agree with, like, putting, like, 10-minute sets out, because you want to get booked, right, for a 10-minute set, and you want to get paid for a 10-minute set. So if you're giving away a 10-minute set online, I mean, who's going to pay for that?
Well, a booker would see it. It's not like all the people on the show are going to see your set. Like, most people aren't even going to know who the fuck you are when you're showing up.
Right. No, I mean, I like to put I have so many clips, or not clips, but so many sets recorded on YouTube, but they're all listed up, they're all unlisted, so that way you can send them to a booker if you want, but don't put it out there for free, you know? And
no, you should put it out there for free.
Tell me why.
If you have highly, like really good quality recordings, and you can just have, like, a minute, it's just like one bit, and just put it out there on Instagram.
Yeah,
and Facebook,
1 minute. Yeah.
Like a short ass clip.
Yep. Like,
that's what you should be doing. That's how you're gonna, like, build following on social media. That's what when I booked Neil Nanda at Unwind, that's what he did. He has like 40,000 followers now. He had 30,000 when I booked him, and he's just like, it's once you get to a certain point with like building a fan base and shit, you know, opportunities start opening up.
So what would you say, man? Because I feel like you're one of the go-getters, man. I've been in the scene over 5 years, you know, on and off, whatever. I've seen a lot of people do the comedy thing and the Chico comedy scene, you know, and you're the guy that has stood out a lot, dude. I mean, I'm trying to think of somebody else that has come in the scene, you know, been not a dick.
I come in the scene.
You come in the scene. You weren't really a dick either, you know what I mean? You were a really nice, humble kid. I don't know what you are now, but...
Yeah, I don't know what you introduced me to.
I don't know what's
That's
happening.
what we're going by at this point, you know, whatever the host says.
No, but I mean, seriously, man, you came in the scene, you paid your dues, you're nice to everybody. I mean,
well, I'm still not that good, is the thing. I'm really not. I'm not that much better than anybody else. I just do more shit.
You're just getting after it, though. So why do you think? I mean, it's really. I'm trying to think how to put this. What are your goals in comedy?
I want to get past that Laughs Unlimited to host. Okay. Like, I think I'm good enough to do that, but the problem with being good is, like, I never feel consistent with what I want to do jokes about. Like, I don't want to tell jokes that I've told, like, hella times before, so I just feel weird about telling that shit again. And that's a hard part.
The hard part is...
Well, you know, there's certain jokes you don't work, but, like, I don't want to tell them anymore because I've just told them, and, like, fucking, they've worked. You just get tired of them, and I don't know. I just feel...
I think your baby shower joke's still one of my favorites.
Yeah, but that joke was, like, you could look that joke up on Reddit, and you would immediately find it. Like, it's right there.
So you stole it?
No, I didn't.
You're a joke stealer, is what you're telling me.
Dude, I don't know. I might have fucking stole that joke. I just told that. That was fucking.
That was when you first started, pretty much, right?
Yeah, that was the first joke that anybody liked, and for the record, since you brought it up,
a lot of people didn't like it too. That's what.
Oh, my girlfriend just got pregnant. The last Monday she had a miscarriage in the shower, but it was like, all right, at least you got to have the baby shower. Yeah. And I don't know why everybody liked that joke so much. Like, it's
dark.
That's the power of stand-up, is that hacky, shitty, stupid. It's not even that clever. It's right there. I mean, it's clever. It is. But it's, like, it's not my joke, so I can't tell that joke anymore.
So what's your favorite kind of comedy? Because it's like movies, man. There's so many different genres of comedy, right? There's clean comedy. There's dirty, nasty, raunchy comedy. There's, musical comedy. I mean, there's so many different kinds. What's your favorite, personally?
I just like people that are just like strict stand-ups, like, you know.
Storytellers, one-liners,
Some people,
combination.
I wouldn't want to. I'm definitely not one-liners. I mean, I like Anthony Jeselnik, and I consider him kind of a one-liner. Like Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg is amazing.
Anyway, like Don Ashby.
Yeah, Don Ashby's amazing. He's more of a storyteller, I think, though.
Sometimes he tells some stories too.
He does a lot of things. He's actually the first ever participant in the State of Comedy, and you are number 2. And we're doing this thing.
Is that right? Am I following Don right now?
And shout out to Don Ashby because he did the drop for the show today.
Did he really?
For episode 40. I love Don Ashby.
That's awesome, dude.
I've actually booked Don Ashby. I've booked Don Ashby probably more than anybody else at my PCE comedy events. Anyways, so speaking of booking shows, man, you're booking a lot of shows, dude. Tell me about all the shows you're booking in the month of October and November. Go ahead. I'll let you pull it up on your phone. I'll just let people know. Go to Dillon Collins Comedy on Facebook and Dillon Collins regular Facebook. Follow this guy, and he's doing a lot of shows, of course, in Chico, right? But you're also starting to branch out, and tell us about it.
Yeah, so I've got October 18th at Duffy's.
Nice.
Duffy's is, I wonder who started, do you know who started Duffy's?
Dude, I feel like the first Duffy's show I remember hearing about was, Aaron Standish.
Yeah.
That's the first one I remember hearing about at Duffy's. So anyways, so I want you to drop all your shows real quick. And maybe the headliner of each show, and then we're going to finish up with one more little topic here.
Alright, so yeah, anyway, so...
If you want.
So Becky Lynn, former host of Duffy's.
She's going to headline your Duffy show on October 18th?
No, she'll be busy. She's booked elsewhere. She's out fucking killing it.
But she was the first one to book you at Duffy's.
Yeah, she booked me at Duffy's. That was very nice.
And now you're booking
your own show. And then it got canceled by the fire, and then we booked it later. That's a little... Anyway, so yeah, October 18th with Tristan Johnson.
Nice.
Which is an awesome headliner. Then we got the El Rey Showcase, which is going to be all the comics in Chico that you just see murder every single night at the open mics. Like, if you're not at the open mics and you're not seeing these guys just crushing it, you're just, like, not really out there in the Chico comedy scene, as far as I'm concerned.
Dude, hold on. This is a huge deal, bro. You're booking the freaking El Rey.
Oh, yeah.
And you've got Phil from Chico, Sydney Hub, Don Ashby.
Oh, we got all the comics.
All of them. Except for me.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we got all the comics.
All the good comics.
Yeah. All the ones that are hitting the mics. All the ones that are having jokes.
No, that's going to be a big show, man. I honestly, everyone should get a ticket to that, support that, because it's a big deal.
Yeah, you should get a ticket to that.
Yeah.
You should buy a ticket to that, because it's like $10, and it's not really that fucking much money.
And that is when?
You can get them for $5 right now. The October 24th.
Okay.
It's at 7:30. I think showtime. They open the doors at 6:30.
Okay.
Should come to the El Rey and sit and watch the open mic version of the El Rey. If the El Rey had open mic, and this was like the best of the best.
And speaking of the El Rey, I just want to jump real quick because I know it's in December.
Scene. And we got Becky Lynn coming too, and Jordan Riggins from out of town.
And I just want to say, while we're talking about the El Rey, I know we're jumping to December, but dude, you're doing Scott Powers, everybody.
Yeah, well, everybody.
Travis Dowdy, Jesse Clark.
Well, yeah, those guys too. But I was just thinking out of town.
You know. All the good comments.
Yeah.
But you're in December, bro. This is huge. We're gonna go back to your events, but in December, right? December what? Well, you got the damn kid that never left his hometown. You sent me the video.
In December.
You're hosting.
Oh well, let's not go there.
Okay, let's not go there.
I don't want to go there.
I mean, you dropped the Madison Bear gimmick, but I mean, I won't drop your gimmick. We'll just keep snippets.
Let's not go there. I don't want that.
Okay.
Until that's really locked in.
Okay.
Because it should be locked in, but you never know.
All right, I'll edit it out. Keep going.
Don't worry about it. Just leave it.
Yeah, fuck it.
I don't give a shit.
All right, what's next?
What's next? Then we got fucking. I'm at Tommy T's on the 20th.
Yeah, no one cares. No, I'm just kidding. Tommy T's is actually, you were just there last night, bro. I've never been there. It's in Sacramento.
And it's in Rancho Cordova.
Okay. Who's headlining that show?
Oh, let's plug that show. So
Hurry up, bro. You're taking forever on this.
I'm at Tommy T's October 20th.
Okay.
There's 16 comics. We're all going up. The
Okay.
show's from 6 to 10.
Oh, my God. Holy shit.
I'll be doing 15 minutes out there. You can catch me.
Okay.
Dude, it's going to be packed. You better get a ticket.
Yep. Next.
Then the 7 Mile House, that place out in Marysville.
When?
The 2nd of November.
Okay. And now we're getting into it. What are we getting into in November?
That campfire. Oh, we got the comedy festival that Jesse Clark is putting
The
on.
LOL Palooza?
Yeah, Lollapalooza.
Lollapalooza. I'm actually doing that show as well at the Blue Room.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a great time. I mean, I haven't done comedy at the Blue Room in like 4 years.
Wow.
But you're doing that. You're doing, what else you doing? You got stuff going on with the lab. Let's drop it.
Oh, yeah, we got open mic every Tuesday. That's the only thing that matters.
That's going to start this Tuesday.
Yeah, this Tuesday. Every Tuesday we're going to do open mic comedy at the lab. Come there. We're going to do roast battles before. If it gets crazy, we're going to lock the doors and we're not going to let the staff out, and then we're going to do some crazy shit, if you know what I'm saying.
So look for us at the lab every Tuesday.
Yeah, look for the lab every Tuesday.
Oh my
the
gosh.
back gate's open. Don't ask, don't tell policy. Take that for what it's worth.
All right, what about the brew kettle?
Brew Kettle, we got Brew Kettle the 8th of November for the comedy Lollapalooza.
And also on the 8th
we got the best comics, the cream of the crop. We're all going to be there.
at the brew kettle.
The Brew Kettle.
And also on the 8th at Tender Loving Coffee, the Adonis Bro is going to make his...
Oh, is the Adonis going to be there?
He's going to make his debut.
Really?
As official...
His re-debut?
His official debut at an actual show, not an open mic. So he's actually making his debut.
Do you feel like it's the second coming, though, of the Adonis?
I think that the Adonis Bro is going to bring something that no one brings and that no one's ever seen, and just be ready for Tender Loving Coffee on November 9th. Be ready for the Brew Kettle on November 9th.
Hey, Tender Loving Coffee, you be ready.
Yeah. And then what else we got?
We also have coming up that campfire show up in
Paradise Performing Arts Center. This is a special deal to me, man, because the girl booking it is the girl that I booked at Whitewater Saloon. You know her, Jessica Eggleston. I hope I said. Oh, okay. Jessica E.
I don't know. I don't. Yeah.
I'm excited, dude. I think
go by
this
Jessica
is,
E. That'd
well,
be good.
that's a sick name.
That's a good name.
Maybe we just made something big.
I don't know.
But she's booking the show at Paradise Performing Arts Center, dude. And I'm going to tell you right now, I saw Oliver Twist at Paradise Performing Arts Center in 2008. Haven't been back since. It's an amazing venue. I cannot wait for November 15th.
Yeah, it actually is November 15th, and I'm very excited for it as well.
All right. And what else we got after that? Because it don't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop.
Then we're going to fucking roast each other at the Verbal Insult League on the 22nd of November.
And Rockland. For verbal insults, for blacktop comedy.
Yeah, Verbal Insults live.
Oh my gosh. And is it official? Are we battling each other?
And Josh Means. Dude, it might as well be.
I mean,
there's enough shit that's been talked.
I mean,
and I love that, dude. I just love the roast battle just because it's all content for them. They like it too.
Well, and here's the thing too. I don't know if you know this, but I think at that roast battle on November 22nd, I don't think you're going to get regular Mitch, man. I think the Heartbreaker Mitch Valentine is going to dust off the heart sunglasses, and the heart nipples are going to be poking out, and you're going to get the Heartbreaker Mitch Valentine at Blacktop Comedy, Verbal Insults, November 22nd, Rockland, California. And if you're battling him, he's going to break your heart. All right, what else? Let's close out November and let's close out this segment.
Are you going to wear spandex to the roast battle?
I mean, if that's what is necessary to win, I'm going to do what it takes to win. I'm going to give you a little preview right now. You see, Dillon Collins, if you're going to battle Mitch Valentine, the Heartbreaker, the best looking man of all time, the reason mirrors were invented, if you're going to battle me on November 22nd, in Rockland, California, at Blacktop Comedy, you're going to be in for the fight of your life. And at the end of the night, when all the smoke is clear and all the dust is settled, Dillon Collins, you're going to go home with tears streaming down your face, a box of Kleenex, an empty box of Kleenex, and a broken heart. Will ya?
Hey, we'll see about that.
Yeah!
We'll see.
Alright, then what's up? November 30th, Farm Star?
Oh, yeah, Farm Star Pizza. That's right, November 30th. Day after Black Friday. Free comedy. And expensive pizza.
Yep. And,
Farm Star is always a 10, though. It's delicious pizza.
It's a great place, and it's clean comedy. Bring your kids.
Yeah.
Family entertainment at Farm Star Pizza.
Yeah, please bring your kids. Absolutely. That's absolutely what I want. Bring your kids. Don't even get a babysitter. If you're like, oh, it'd be save money to take a smaller tab to not bring the kids. No, just bring them. Pay them the money.
I'll be there. I'll be there making my Farm Star debut as well. I'm really excited.
Oh, is that right? You're booked on that show?
I'm booked. I'm appreciative of the opportunity.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't wait.
We got Morty the Mortician.
Morty, I love Morty.
Yeah, well, Morty the Mortician's gonna do a long set there. We'll see what happens. Good for, I know Morty can do it.
Oh, Morty's a murderer.
It's just, I booked a lot of people on that show. I always book a lot of people on that show. And then people always back out at the end, but...
Dude, you're doing a lot of things, man. I hope you're taking a lot of deep breaths. I'm proud of you. I love you. Thanks for coming back on Mitch Please, the state of comedy. Anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
I just want to say I'm going to fuck you up at that roast battle. Dude, you don't stand a chance.
All right, I guess we'll find out.
No. Well, yeah, we will find out.
I'm still sitting out of Madison Bear Garden in the parking lot, live in Chico, California. Right now, I have drug into the vehicle with me. Well, not drug. I mean, she came in the vehicle willingly this time. But right now, I have my guest for episode 40 of Mitch Please is the one and only Elle Lafaye. Elle, welcome to Mitch Please.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, you sweet talked me. You didn't have to physically drag me in the car. I appreciate that. That's, you know, I'm so done with the physically getting dragged into cars. Like, I mean, that's kid stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm an adult now, so I appreciate when someone just can, you know, do what you did and be like, I have money. And, you know, lie to my face. That's sweet. That's nice.
No, I mean, this is cool because, like, I'm literally parked in the downtown, like, the bus station parking lot across from the Bear. I had Dillon Collins in the car earlier. Now I have you in the car.
This feels seedy as fuck, though, just sitting, like, in the parking lot.
Is seedy?
Yeah, you know, it seems a little shady. I like
shady?
it. Yeah.
I got the door open.
Yeah, that's
I'm
not...
not locking you in. The doors are unlocked.
The fact that you have to say that is a little bit weird.
Well, hey, I got you on the show because I've seen you a handful of times at Maltese Studio, whatever. You're very funny. And, yeah, well, yeah. And I figured everybody has a story, and I feel like you have a really good story to tell, so we're going to tell your story today.
All right.
Where you from?
Okay, so I was born in Modesto in Central California in the Central Valley.
Nice. My girlfriend was as well. It's very ironic. My girlfriend was born in Modesto.
Yeah, no, a lot of...
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, a lot of comedians I've been noticing are coming from Modesto. And I think that's because, like, there used to be this phrase that I heard a lot growing up as a kid. Maybe they did too. I thought it was just my family thing, but maybe it was a whole Modesto thing. And it's, we laugh so we don't cry. And I think that's just really made a lot of funny people want to escape that horrible, horrible town. But no, you know, I grew up in the 90s. I was just like an average kid, you know, wasn't really too particularly, like, funny, honestly. Like, I wasn't, like, that funny kid when I was younger. Mm-hmm. I was the youngest. So I had, you know, siblings, and they hated me because, like I said, I was the youngest. Okay. So I was really good at just annoying people. Mm-hmm. Like, I started comedy on the back end, where I was just like, I'm just going to bother you till I can walk you. I'm so good at walking people. I can walk anybody away from me in a conversation. It's useful when you're in the DMV. People would rather go outside than be in front of me. It's nice.
Well, we'll see how it goes here today.
No, I've honed my craft through years and years of figuring out how to actually make friends. And so now I'm actually, like, rather entertaining, some would say.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I lived in Modesto till I was like 13, and then I moved to Reno, Nevada.
Before we get into that, what kind of stuff were you into as a kid? Like, I mean, I like Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers. Batman, Spider-Man. What about you?
I was really into video games, like the NES and the Super Nintendo, Mario, Zelda.
Oh yeah, I love Zelda.
Like Super Metroid. Like that's generally what I played as a kid. A lot of role-playing games, a lot of like on the computer. I didn't get into like Final Fantasy like a lot of kids did.
Right.
I for some reason was just I think I might have been a little bit of a hipster before that was a thing. I just didn't want to do what everybody else was doing because then they'd want to talk to me about it, is what it was. But no, I was into Ninja Turtles. That was like probably my favorite cartoon.
Favorite Ninja Turtle?
Leonardo.
Duh, the best.
Yeah, obviously.
I'm gonna give you nuts on that one.
Yeah.
Leo. You know what? Because Raph was like, everyone's all Raph's outlaw, blah blah. He just came across to me as like a whiny little kind of bitch, really, if I can say that.
He just reminded me of like bullies at school a little bit.
Yeah, just a bad attitude, like, oh, I'm cool because of that. But Michelangelo was always the funny one, Donatello the smart one. But Leo was the leader, was the best, man. He was the man with the two swords.
That's why he's only my favorite, because it's like, out of all the weapons, that's an actual weapon.
Yeah.
It's like one guy has a fork, the other guy has some nunchucks, which don't seem like as a kid, we've all tried nunchucks. We all hit ourselves in the face with them. So I was just like, Michelangelo doesn't know what he's doing. It was, Donatello had a stick.
Yeah.
So like I'm like, okay, two swords. That's the only person who's really taken this seriously.
But Splinter too was a badass, and Shredder was a great villain. Anyway, moving on. You moved to Reno.
Yeah.
And when you were 13.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was interesting to like grow up, and I guess most kids are like waiting till they're 16 to get a car, or waiting till they're 18 to like, do adult. I had to wait till I was 21 to really feel like I was like appreciating my town. And so it's a long wait. Nobody wants to like, teenagers are kind of just this forgotten class that nobody like really talks about or talks to. There's attractions for little kids, and there's attractions for adults. So us teenagers do a lot of drugs, because that's the main attraction we have.
It happens.
So
as a teenager, you said you didn't drive until you were 21?
Oh, I didn't get my license till I was like 24.
Oh wow. Okay.
There's no need. There's actually like a decent bus system that runs like 24/7.
Reno's a great town. I've wrestled there. I think it's a fun town. I mean, obviously you lived there for how long?
I lived there for about 6-7 years.
What did you do in Reno as a teenager?
Mostly did hallucinogens and then went to casinos, because then the mirrors let you see that there's actually more building in the building.
Yeah?
But no, there's more. If you take some mushrooms, it'll make more sense. So like, just remember what I said. Okay. Take some mushrooms. Go to the circus.
Okay.
And it's a pretty amazing time.
Never taken mushrooms. I've always been worried that it's gonna like mess with my brain or whatever.
Oh, it will.
Yeah, but like permanently.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
But that's like the point, I guess.
So drugs and mirrors.
Yeah, drugs, mirrors. I honestly, I used to be a juggalo. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, like a male prostitute.
No, that's a gigolo.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Oh, ICP.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, okay.
But really, I think it was just, out of all the groups of people, that was the one that would let me put makeup on my face.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was probably my main attraction to it, was just like, oh, okay, I can just like all white face and then like put like eyes and lips on it. It's just practicing without realizing it.
That's cool, because I mean, ICP, hey, they actually did wrestling, right?
Yeah, no, that's when it's funny, because like I used to watch wrestling when I was a little kid, and I saw them doing the wrestling.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, those guys are weird. Then when I got friends in high school, they're all like, oh, we listened to this band called ICP. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's dumb, but I'll still be friends with you. And then I kind of slowly got indoctrinated, and like not in like a sinister way. I was just like, if I start appreciating this music, some of these juggalettes might actually suck my dick. So then I started really kind of going into it, and like painting my face and wearing all the things, going to concerts. It was, I was just a miscreant youth, a little rascal.
Rascal, yeah.
Didn't graduate high school.
Okay. GED?
Yeah, I got a GED when I came back to California. So after I graduated high school, I was living in Reno for a few years. and I was just working, not working. This is like the time I feel like all comedians have, where they're like, oh, I had like so many jobs in my life.
Right.
Because I'd have like job for 2 weeks, and then I wouldn't, and then I would, and then I wouldn't, and then I'd sell some weed, and I'd be fine, because rent is hella cheap in Reno. But I got homeless for a little bit.
Hold on, so we're talking, now we're in your 20s, right?
Yeah, early 20s.
Before we talk about your 20s and being homeless, which
Yeah.
I want to hear about, as a teenager, going through high school, doing your drugs, looking at the mirrors, painting your face.
Being a juggalo.
So, I mean, ICP was your thing. Was there any other entertainers that maybe inspired you? Like, hey, I'd like to do what that guy's doing. Like, I'd like to maybe, whatever, be a wrestler, be a comedian, be anything.
So,
did you have any goals or anything in your mind?
So, like, I always liked the idea of being an actor when I was younger, but I never thought I would, growing up in Modesto, they really teach you how to not have dreams. They're really, because they don't want you to get disappointed. They know you're coming from Modesto. They don't want you to live your life in regret. So they're just like, don't dream. Play it safe. So I was like, oh, wow. Like, I love all these actors. They inspire me. They're like my role models, but I never really thought I could be one of them.
Who's some of your favorites?
Like Jackie Chan was like my favorite action star of all time.
Rush Hour.
Yeah, I was really into why can't I think of his
Rush
name right
Hour.
now? No, I know, but yeah, that's...
Oh, the different actor.
Yeah.
In Rush Hour?
Yeah.
Oh, Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker, thank you.
Yeah.
I thought Chris Tucker was super funny, and I was like a little bit into his comedy. Robin Williams, I was super into.
Amazing.
Jim Carrey, I was super into.
Amazing.
Chris Kattan, actually, he was like, he did these like movies in the 90s that was like, it's hard to explain, but he just like did a lot of impressions. Like, I liked a lot of impressionists.
Okay. So you're like, I like entertainment.
Yeah.
I think I probably want to be an entertainer. You probably knew that early on.
Well, I was like, I would like to be, but I didn't think I could be.
Okay.
In high school, though, I did take drama.
Mm-hmm.
That was great. The first time I ever went up on stage, I totally botched it. I totally fucked it up.
What do you mean? Was it in drama class or?
Oh, it was my first performance ever at school, in high school.
Like an auditorium, like at a
in the school, yeah,
cafeteria get together.
It was in the gymnasium,
right?
And so there was no stage. The audience was all around me, so it's like the whole school and all the teachers and some parents of kids that showed up. The supportive ones, not mine. They weren't there. And I get to my part, and I like freeze up.
What were you doing? Were you acting in a play? Or?
Yeah, I was acting in like a smallish to medium role in a play. I can't even remember what the play was about because I think I've repressed most of this memory.
Gotcha.
Because my line came up, I froze, and I froze for like a good solid 20 seconds.
Oh wow, that's an
eternity. So in my mind, alarms are just going off. I'm freaking out. I'm just like, holy shit! Oh god! All internally.
Mm-hmm.
And then, right about as I just can't handle it anymore, I see the co-star, my classmate. He's about to say something to like move on and kind of save it and like maybe like make a joke out of it, like an actor would.
Yeah.
I all of a sudden just start screaming expletives and like I'm just basically I freeze up, and right before someone else says something, I'm just like, shit, fuck, whore, cunt. I'm like 16, and I have to walk past the audience to get out of this building. And that's my goal now, is to leave this embarrassment behind me. So I just kind of stiff walk like a robot, and I'm like jutting my fists out, like Jack Black, with his finger pointing.
Oh, yeah.
Another guy I was really into at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just, shit, fuck, motherfucking whore, god damn it. I look the principal dead in the eye when he kind of gets in my way. I look up at him, I was like, god damn it, son of a bitch, fuck you! And he moves out of my way, very politely,
okay.
And I kick the doors open, and I walk out, and I believe I just walked out of school that day. That was the only time I ever ditched, was I just left all of it behind.
That sounds like a moment in time where, like, your probably whole life was affected.
Oh, yeah, I stage fright to this day.
Because that's like a really big moment as a teenager to have the whole school see you just have have a flip out kind of really.
Oh yeah, and they already thought I was the kid that was going to like Columbine or bomb the school, just like I didn't think I seemed like that, but
That's Dillon Collins' gimmick.
everybody else just you know what though, that's just that might be just a pretty common factor that happened to a lot of like nerdy kids, you know. Everyone just thought they were going to be the Columbine kid because everybody hated them,
Yeah,
you know, like
people can say some really messed up things sometimes, and that's on them, you know.
but when you're in high school you don't realize that, like,
Well, yeah. Of
but
course
it
not.
doesn't, like, I was just like shit, people are afraid of me, good
Yeah.
no, but
So let's fast forward. So
yeah,
that's
so
great.
that was how I started my entertainment career.
Yeah.
It was a total botch.
Okay.
And so honestly, I've only moved up from there. Like, it's never gotten any worse than that.
Well, speaking of moving up, you were talking about being homeless in your 20s.
Yeah. So the first time I was homeless, because I've been homeless a couple times. First time I was homeless, I first took care of a whole bunch of my friends, and I like paid all the bills in a house I was renting, and then the stress got to me, and I said fuck it all, and I quit my job.
Yep.
And I told them all, hey, we all have to move. Haha. It's nothing personal.
Yeah.
And then I started being homeless, and I started just kind of couch surfing between friends and things like that. Lived in a closet for like a few months.
Walking?
No. Like an under the stairs closet. Like Harry Potter closet.
Okay.
Like, it was
For a
just
couple
little
months, huh?
Yeah.
Where was this at?
This was in Reno still.
Still
This is
Reno?
still in Reno.
And you're
It
like,
was-
what, 22? What?
Yeah, I was like 22, 23. You know, like I was getting homeless. I had some jobs when I was like 21, 22, but then I kind of just got burnt out with life
Yeah.
and living in general.
Yeah.
I didn't really care about anything, and then my family offered me to come live with them as an adult, and I was like, shit, I'm a millennial, technically. This could work. I could do that. And they'll help me like get my GED and help me go to college.
Yeah.
So I go to college. I get my GED done. Oh, fun fact, I never studied or graduated high school. I never studied for the GED, but I like got perfect scores on the GED.
Nice.
And so I was like, oh shit, I should have totally just done high school. That would have been easy.
Similar thing for me, because I was kicked out of like, I don't know, 15 high schools, and I never, my mom calls it butt in the seat time in high school. I mean, I was probably only in high school butt in the seat time for like 6 months, and somehow, some way, I passed the GED when I was 17 and started going to Shasta College in Reading. What college did you go to? University of, or what was it, Reno?
No, but at that time my family lived in Modesto, so I had to come back to Modesto. So I was going to Modesto Junior College.
Okay.
And that's actually when a lot of my life really turned around. That's like, I think, when my story kind of really starts to take effect or become a real thing.
Well, you moved back home.
Well, I was an adult though.
Yeah, but
being
you
in my childhood town.
Right.
So it's like I was kind of rediscovering it.
Did you ever go to the Fat Cat?
Oh yeah, I went there a few times.
I wrestled there. I actually separated my left shoulder at the Fat Cat.
Damn.
Yeah. And then that same night, people pulled guns on. I went to the hospital, Mercy.
Yeah.
Right up there. Went to Mercy Hospital. We're driving up to the stoplight, and we're at a stoplight, and my buddies are in the front seat. I'm in the back seat with my separated shoulder and my sling, and these guys pull up next to us at like 1 in the morning, and they have their guns, and they point their guns at us. And I was on so many painkillers, I just laughed, you know? But that was, Modesto ain't nothing to play with. So you're in Modesto, you're going to college, you're living back with your folks.
Well, I was living with my sister, because that was who. Like, that's... You ever come from, like... I have a really white trash family I come from, basically. Like, a lot of time in the trailer park.
Okay.
And...
I've lived in my fair share trailer park.
Yeah. And, it's like most of the family was in single wides, but for a little bit of time in my life, I was in a fucking double wide.
Oh, living large.
Yeah, hella large. I had a whole room. It was mine.
In a double wide.
Yeah. It was
That's
fucking...
awesome.
Those are like regular houses, almost.
Hey. I'm down with it.
But, yeah, so... I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but a lot of times in a family of fuck-ups, the black sheep is the one that's responsible. And that's my sister. She's actually, like, really responsible, so she doesn't quite fit in with the rest of us.
We gotta break the cycle.
Well, you know, she will. For us. I don't need to. It's fine.
Okay.
But I lived with her for a little bit, went to college. In college, I started to kind of, like... keep changing my major, didn't know what I wanted to do. I started with computer graphics because I wanted to make cartoons, you know.
That's legit.
Yeah, I just, had stories.
What kind of cartoons did you want to make?
Just like action cartoons for kids, because like the days of like G.I. Joe and a lot of like cartoons that had like action and fighting have like really like dwindled down a lot, and I missed those kind of cartoons, and I thought they were cool and like good, so I wanted to bring back like kind of like action-y cartoons, but still having like, you know, good moral messages, because that's more important than like the action.
Yeah, that's cool.
But
why'd you stop doing that?
Because computers is hard.
Yeah, they are.
Computers is so hard. Math, no, I'm not good at math.
I cannot stand math. That's my worst subject.
But I started taking some other classes, because I was taking classes so I could get FAFSA so I could have money.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was doing it in reverse. I wasn't getting FAFSA so I could go to school. I was going to school so I could get FAFSA.
Same deal.
You know, just abusing the system,
Hey,
I would.
Get $10,000 worth of student loans. Why not?
Well, like, I don't have to pay back FAFSA. That's like my favorite part about it all.
You don't have to pay them back.
Yeah, like, it's my money.
It's like food stamps, but real money.
Yeah, that's exactly what we called it.
So, all right. So let's start getting into your stand-up comedy.
Okay,
I think
so that's when I started comedy, was in college.
Yeah.
So that's...
how'd that start for you? What made you decide that you wanted to pursue stand-up comedy?
Oh, I didn't decide. Someone decided for me. I met a friend. You've probably met him. His name's Drew McGillicuddy.
Oh, I love Drew.
Yeah, and we met in Modesto, and I took an improv class because I really loved Whose Line Is It Anyway, and I loved just improv in general.
And what year was this?
This was
improv class.
Probably 2012, 13.
Okay.
So not very long ago.
Right.
Like maybe 6 years ago. And so maybe 2014. That feels more accurate. But Drew was doing stand-up. We went to the thing together, the improv class.
In Modesto.
In Modesto at MJC. And he saw that I was a fucking all-star at improv. And like, he started wanting to hang out with me and stuff. And I was like, all right, cool, I don't have friends. And he started talking about how he does stand-up comedy and like I should, you know, do stand-up comedy. And it made me realize something about myself. Remember how I said like, oh, I wanted to be an actor, and like I learned to not really have dreams because my family was just depressingly poor, and like they didn't like instill like that, oh, you can do shit with your life. I realized that I've had this fantasy my whole life, ever since I was a little kid. Ever since I first ever stayed up and watched Comedy Central and watched like a Comedy Central Presents, I've wanted to be a stand-up comedian. All these other like things about like maybe being an actor, maybe that's kind of always been like a little bit of a compromise. But the dream is to just stand in front of people, talk to them just me.
Yeah.
And that's the whole show.
And you realize that by taking an improv class?
I realized that because Drew said you should do stand-up, because somebody like believed in me.
And who were some of your favorite comics? Like that maybe inspired you, or like, you know.
So I like Robin Williams,
right?
Eddie Izzard, George Carlin, and then like it's like Conan O'Brien.
Oh, I love Conan so much.
There's just been so many. It's like there's been more. Like so many people that they kind of like were in that like Comedy Central Presents cycle.
Yeah.
You just kind of see them all the time. Like Lisa Lampanelli, I was like kind of into. Dave Attell, I was really into when I was younger. Yeah, Nick Swartzen.
One of my favorites.
I just really liked. I liked almost. It was rare that I would see a comedian that I didn't like. So I was like, I liked most comedians I saw. Mm-hmm. But the ones that really stand out was when, like, the first time I ever saw Eddie Izzard, I was just like, holy shit, that's cool, that's awesome.
So okay. So let's talk about the first time you got on stage to do comedy. Where was it and when was it?
Okay, so I went with my friend Drew, because he finally was like, okay, I'm ready for my friends to see me do stand-up, because he was super like, don't try to find out where I'm doing stand-up, I don't want people to watch me bomb. So I was specifically trying to find where he did stand-up so I could watch him bomb. Mm-hmm. But he finally was like, no, I'm confident, you can come see me, and it took all the fun out of it. And he invited me over. It's called the Speakeasy in Modesto. So this really tiny little dive bar, really dark lighting. Like, he signs up. He's like, I'm gonna go sign up. I'm sitting there, and it's maybe 20 minutes before the show starts or something. We got there kind of early, get some drinks in us. And he comes back and goes, I signed up. oh, and I signed you up too, Ellie. And I was like, oh, what? Huh? What? And he's like, yeah, I said you should do comedy, so you should do comedy.
Yeah.
So I quickly, frantically, like, prepped something in my head in 20 minutes. I went up on stage, and I killed. I killed specifically because I'm good at improv. And I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna say. I just started talking about my job at the time, like, because I was, like, a clerk in Modesto, so, like, working at a gas station in Modesto means most of my job is, of course, selling free air to tweakers for their bikes.
Right.
And I just told jokes about growing up poor, and people really dug it. And it was exhilarating, and I loved it.
How many people were there watching? It was an open mic.
Yeah, it was an open mic. The room was a small room, but it was like kind of, I wouldn't say it was packed, but it was pretty full. I would say probably about like 30 to 40 people were all in that bar all together.
And this was 2012, 13?
Yeah, 2013, 2014, something like that.
So, I mean, did your stage fright kick in? I mean, how did you handle the butterflies and the nerves? I mean, how was that? Were there any?
No, I do, because my high school experience, every time I've ever tried to perform, I always have really bad stage fright, but I use that energy to keep my energy up and keep my presence up and just to keep thinking quicker and quicker and quicker until that kind of just gets me in the zone.
Yeah.
Like, me being so stage frightened makes me run through what I'm going to start with and what I'm going to say a whole bunch of times, and then right before I go on stage, I just have to be like, fuck it. No matter whatever.
Deep breath.
Whatever happens at this point, fuck it. And I feel like my stage fright propels me into actually not resting until I feel like I've really entertained people.
So how many mics did you hit in Modesto?
There was only that one at the time. It was only just a speakeasy every Wednesday, so we hit it up every Wednesday.
For a year?
Yeah, for roughly a year, and then I got a girlfriend, and so I started...
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but so you're hitting them speakeasy, were there any shows or anything, or were you just hitting the mic?
Nope, no shows, just being an open micer, for like probably like a year or two. Oh, I did get one show, and it was in this little like weird hick bar outside of Modesto. I think it's called like Twin River Saloon. I go out there, my friend is like, oh, I got you a gig, and blah blah blah. I was like, okay, cool. Of course, he tells me after I get there, it's a not paying gig, but it's a gig.
Yeah. So
I go out, and it's like a country bar. Like, it's a real, like peanut shells on the ground, like cowboy bar.
Oh, yeah.
They tell me the stage is out back. I go out back. There's a guy wearing just overalls.
Nothing else.
No shirt. Like, the overalls, like, cover technically everything that needs to be covered, but he immediately reminds me of the movie Deliverance.
Yeah.
As soon as I see him, like, I can hear the banjo. And I'm wearing, like, a cute outfit because I just came out, like, as a girl, like, right when this happened.
Now, I wanted to... Do you want to talk about that?
That's fine, yeah.
I just feel like this is something very interesting that people maybe people don't talk about enough, and it's something where we're in 2019.
Yeah.
I mean, there's would you say transgender? I mean, I don't know how to. I don't know what the label. I don't know what to call people.
It's okay.
I just
Mitch,
call people.
Mitch, calm down. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. You can always get out your phone and just be like, Siri, help me be more progressive, and she'll help you out. It's fine. It's cool.
Maybe.
But no, I'm a transgender woman.
Yeah.
Like, I guess that'd be the most like. But you could say, like, I'm a girl with a penis. Like I'm a chick with a dick. That's the most accurate. I don't care.
I like that. Chick with a dick. So you came out. You discovered. So what made you kind of figure this whole thing out? You were starting to do comedy, and then you just
that's
figured
what's
out.
really fucked up. I have jokes about being a short guy that I'll never fucking use now, because I started comedy, did that for about a year, realized I'm a girl, and then had to figure out how to do comedy as a woman and like change up my material, because a lot of it was talking about me being a guy, and so I couldn't really use that joke anymore. But so I kind of had to restart like my comedy. I started, then as I came out and transitioned, that's almost kind of like a restart on your life, because it's like a drastic change in identity.
Yeah.
So a lot of things I was doing just didn't relate to me anymore, and so I was only doing them because it was kind of like a forced option. But yeah, so I think what it took for me to realize that I was a girl was I was in college and I saw someone being trans, and I was like, what? We can do that now? That's like a thing we can no one's just gonna like throw rocks at them? Really? Like, bravo, alright, cool, I'm gonna get my skirt. And that's pretty much how that happened.
Okay. So as you were getting into comedy, you're going to college in Modesto, you just said, you know what, this is who I am.
Yeah, it just took an example. This is
what I'm going to do.
Yeah. I was like already realizing that it's like, I really enjoy being like feminine, but like I had no real basis to like compare it to. So I was like, maybe I'm a cross-dresser? I don't know. Maybe it's a fetish thing? I don't know. But then once I saw someone just being trans, I was like, oh no, it's that. That's actually, cool, thank you.
That's Elle Lafaye.
Yeah.
That's part of Elle Lafaye.
Yeah, that's, actually, like, the name Elle Lafaye started as my stage name, because I had to figure out a stage name. I was like, whatever my stage name is, I want it to be really gay sounding, you know, and really, like signature, like, there's no other person with this exact name. So, and then once I transitioned, I was like, now I gotta come up with another name? Like, I just came up with my stage name, now I gotta come up with, like, my actual name, because the name I had before didn't really reflect me. And so I was like, no, actually, I'll just adopt my stage name.
Yeah.
And so my stage name became my name. So I'm always...
Did you legally change it?
Not yet, but I'm going to. I'm excited, and it's a confusing process, because I is dumb. But I have people that are helping me out figure it out. I'm, like, really bad at reading. And math, and words sometimes.
You get better, right? It can only get better, usually. I don't know.
Yeah, basically I feel like, I mean, I was in special classes as a kid in school. I was in, like, you know, where they have to, like, have soft, like, rounded corners to all the desks and things like that, you know, like, you know, pencils that aren't too sharp.
Yeah.
So I really wonder sometimes if I'm just, like, little bit of like maybe I need like a personal caregiver, but I just talk so well that nobody can tell.
Well, it's your gift, you know. We all have our gifts and things. And so, what brought you to Chico?
So basically, what brought me to Chico is I wanted to leave Modesto because they knew me as the wrong person there. I wanted to restart my identity.
Yeah.
My friend Drew, he had moved up to Chico beforehand, and since he kind of, like, initially was the one who believed in my comedy, I wanted to, like, do comedy side by side with him.
Yeah.
So that we could, like, you know, encourage each other and kind of do that. And so that's why I moved up here.
What year did you move to Chico?
It was 2000... What year did we find out Trump was going to be president? Was that 16?
Probably 15, because he became president in 16.
Yeah, but did we, like, figure out, like, in, like, the November of 15 that he was going to become president?
I think so. I feel like it was probably a year before, like, we started figuring out he was going to run.
Well, not that he was going to run, like, when the results came in.
Oh, November 2016.
Okay, that's when we found out he was going to... Okay, so I came in September of 2016. That's when I moved to Chico.
Okay, that makes
so
sense.
I did a couple years in Modesto, like 2 years in Modesto, and now I've, you know, I'm getting up to like 3 years here.
3 years in Chico, and you've been hitting all the mics, and then you've been obviously booked on a lot of shows.
Yeah, I'm like, Chico's where everything's really kind of started and exploded for me. So, like, I'm doing shows. I'm part of, like, a burlesque group where I host and I do comedy and sometimes dancing with the Maltesers at the Maltese.
Yep.
So this town has been really good to me. This is, like, what I would like to make my actual hometown is Chico. It's the best place I've ever been, and I get recognized now. I get people that come up to me and they, like, nudge me, like, you did really good on that show. And I'm like, which show? And they tell me, and it's, like, different shows that I'm being told that I'm really great at, that I've all been to, so. What's
been some of your favorite things about Chico?
People seem to be just generally pretty chill, and friendly. Like, I like small talk. this seems to be a town where a lot of people are willing to engage in small talk with strangers, or just generally be friendly, or buy someone a drink at the bar. Maybe it is because we're all a little drunk almost all the time, but I like that, It's kind of...
It's a party town.
It's like we're always at your neighborhood bar, no matter where you're at.
What has been some of your favorite shows? What have been some of your favorite shows in Chico that you've done? Or maybe you've been booked out of Chico since you've been living in Chico. I'm sure you've been booked outside of Chico. What have been some of your most memorable moments so far these last 3 years in Chico?
So, right before I moved to Chico, I got a spot in LA at the Comedy Store.
Word.
In the back room, in the belly room, so like their smaller stage for amateurs. But I got booked onto that stage. I did that, and I killed, and it was great. And
awesome.
the comedian who, got me the invite was supposed to record me, and he didn't.
Ugh.
And I'm so, I'm just nope, no one's gonna believe this. Might as well never bring it up again. But that was a really memorable night because I actually got to see, real comedians, from the other rooms. As I passed by, I'd, look through the open door, and,
That's funny.
What's his name? Tommy Lee, is that his name? He's, he has a really high-pitched voice. He's, Asian, dark hair. I'm trying to think. He always is kind of overweight.
I think I can picture who you're talking about.
I'm really bad
Was
with
he
names.
in, Hangover, that guy?
Not the guy that was in Hangover, but, he's really similar to him. He was in, I want to say Mad TV.
Okay, and he was at the Comedy Spot that night?
Yeah, he was playing at the Comedy Spot that night. I always want to call him Louis C.K., but it's not Louis C.K. Why do I always get him confused?
I don't know.
Okay, but,
It's all good.
yeah, there's this comedians, cool guys. I got to, be this is what it's gonna be one day.
Yeah. And you got that gig right before you moved to Chico.
Yeah, right before I moved to Chico. I basically got the gig because I was the comedian with a car.
Nice.
And, that's, that kind of happens, but I don't care. Because it got me in LA. It got me doing that. It got me, familiar with there. And it let me realize that, now LA doesn't, scare me. If someone's you need to go down to LA to do a gig, that would not scare me.
Well, that's the thing, too. It wasn't recorded, and you get down on stuff like that. My favorite wrestling match I ever had was recorded, but the footage was lost. And it's the fact that we maybe don't have the footage might even be a good thing as far as the specialness of it, because it's I can never watch it back. I can only remember it. And it kind of makes it more special. I don't know.
No, I know what you mean. It's something that can never be replicated. It's just
That's it.
a lot more personal.
People that were there and your memories, and that's the only people that will ever see that.
But I think honestly, I have another moment in Chico that I've really just every show this past year that I've been on has been great. Every open mic, honestly, that I've been hosting has been great.
Yeah, the 4 or 5 times I've seen you, maybe more. I mean, you've been great, and you do a lot of improv. It's really last night at the studio. Oh my gosh! Before you introduced me, but before we started the show, I mean, you're talking about sports and how it was just really funny.
Well, because it's something I learned from really annoying people. If you want to annoy someone, you figure out what they're paying attention to. And you start kind of talking about what they're paying attention to, because then they'll want to pay attention to you because you're talking about what they're paying attention to.
Right.
But then you just don't tell them what they want to hear, so it creates this they people inadvertently start looking at you.
Yeah.
It's
you definitely do that, and we're getting kind of short on time here. Got a couple minutes left. I want to maybe just go ahead and we'll talk about your favorite show, if you can pick one or two that you've done so far, and then after you pick the 1 or 2 shows, your some of your favorite moments. What is your future plans?
Okay, so every time I've ever done the Let Me Be Perfectly Queer, which is a comedy show around Pride here in Chico, I did it the first year and I did it the last year, just recently. Mm-hmm. I've always loved the crowd. I always loved the feedback. It's kind of special for me a little bit to be able to talk to a crowd of people, and when I say things like, you know, I'm transgender, and they're not, there's nobody confused in the audience.
Yeah.
There's nobody, like, wondering, there's nobody, like, arguing against the idea. They're all on board. And that's just real. Then I just get to just be a regular comedian.
And where are these shows at?
They're at Duffy's.
At Duffy's, yeah.
They're at Duffy's. And then, honestly, the last time I hosted a show was at Tender Loving Coffee. It was also a queer show, a queer lineup. And there was, like, another comedian trans girl. And, I don't know, it was just kind of cool to see that I'm not the only one, like, doing that. It was nice. And I think my future right now with comedy is I want to get my reel together. I want to start going to comedy festivals. I want to start trying to figure out ways to really genuinely pursue gigs more and try to find ways to get leads on gigs. I want to hopefully, like, if I can, like, get the savings for it, I want to, like, do a small local, but, like, about me, like, an evening with Elle Lafaye kind of thing, where I talk for, like, an hour, and then there's a band at the end, and it's, like, a party after that.
Sounds fun.
So, yeah, that's basically what my future... I want to go into the Bay now. That's the next target, is I'm going to hit up the Bay. I'm going to try to go for the Mutiny Radio Comedy Festival that's coming up soon. I'm going to try to apply to that, and any other comedy festival that comes around through California. I'm going to try to get to those, and hopefully it'll grow from there.
Yeah, just get better, right? That's all we can do.
Well, I think I've gotten pretty fucking good now. Now I need to actually, like, it's like, you could be the best plumber in the world, but if you don't actually go apply to be a fucking plumber, it doesn't really matter. I need to apply, I need to get out there, and that's what I think I'm ready to start doing.
I like it. Where can people find more out about Elle Lafaye on social media?
So, I have a Facebook, I have an Instagram, both by the name Elle Lafaye, and it's spelled E-L-L-E, then space, and Lafaye is L-A-F-A-Y-E. So, and you can look up ellefaye.com. I also just started doing a YouTube show where I tell stories about my life and try to keep it, like, as funny as possible. And the name of the show is That's What She Said. So if you
That's a great
if you go on YouTube and you look up That's What She Said comedy, or Elle Lafaye or Elle Lafaye That's What She Said, you'll be able to find me. And
awesome.
I'm trying to get more subscribers, and when I get up to, like, a certain number, I'm gonna do, like, a special little thing for everybody on YouTube. And, you know,
what's your YouTube channel?
The YouTube channel is That's What She Said.
That's the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
it's like the whole channel is just that show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, hey, I'm impressed. I'm excited for you. I look forward to see what your future holds. Thank you for coming on, Mitch, please.
Awesome. Thank you for having me. It was great.